I'm back where I belong. Yeah, I never felt so strong. And I'm back, I'm feeling like there's nothing I can't try. And if you
Hey, what's going on, guys? Pat here, bringing you a commentary of Modern Warfare 2. Today I'm playing Domination on Wasteland. I'm using the Scar with digital camo. I forget the perks. I think there's Sleight of Hand, Stopping Power, Ninja Pro. And kill streaks today is going to be the UAV, Harrier Strike, and the Chopper Gunner. I'm not going to focus on the gameplay too much because in my commentaries, I don't like to focus on the gameplay. I mean, if you see the gameplay in front of you, then that's enough for me. So today I want to talk about Call of Duty, though, in general, where I think the community, where I think it's at this time, and I think that people complain way too much about Call of Duty. I mean, yes, Call of Duty has issues, but I mean, when you buy a game, you focus on the good things about the game, not the bad things. And I feel like many players that buy this game go right into, you know, picking out the shitty parts about the game, picking out why it's bad, you know, just complaining, and that's called trolling. And I think that's what it means. And I'm sick of it, you know. Sure, Modern Warfare 2 had a lot of issues, you know. Yes, you know, there are glitchers, modders, cheaters. And I feel the same way about cheaters as you do. I hate them. And I think they should be banned. But it comes to the point where that's the only excuse you have for the game, and you still play the game, but you're not having fun with the game. And that goes to Black Ops as well. I mean, Black Ops is an alright game. I'm not a big fan of it. Never was a fan of Treyarch games, though, so I'm sticking to my roots with Infinity Ward. But if you go into Black Ops, you notice that a lot of people are complaining about Ghost, and saying that it's game breaking. It's not game breaking. The reason why it's not is because if you rely on your radar that much in Call of Duty, then you shouldn't be playing Call of Duty at all. You should just go back to whatever game you were playing before, because to be a good first-person shooter, you have to be aware. You have to know what's going on within the game. You have to listen. You have to predict where people are going to be. If you're relying on red dots on your radar, then you're not a good first-person shooter. Let's be honest here. And that's why I think Ghost is not a game-breaking perk. It's just a perk that many people use. In Modern Warfare 2, the one perk that everyone complained about was One-Man Army. And yeah, I can see why people hated One-Man Army. I know unlimited grenade launchers, unlimited, you know, noob tubing can piss somebody off. But if you're a good gamer, if you're a good first-person shooter, there are ways around the noob tube. You know, whether it be sniping, staying, you know, at a distance and sniping him before he gets close to you. If you're a rusher, you can sneak up behind him. There's ways to get around it, and I think people are too lazy to find ways to get around it, and they just bitch and moan, and I've seen a ton of that shit on YouTube, and, you know, that's just my opinion. You may have the same, but, yeah. So that's my 2 cents on that subject. The next subject I want to go into is the players that play the game, not just on Xbox, but PS3 as well. It's mostly Xbox, but, there is so much racism and disrespect within the game, and I don't notice this too much in Halo, but I notice a lot in Call of Duty. I think this originated in Call of Duty. Now, I'm not saying trash talking is bad. I mean, it's a good thing. If you're competitive, you have to trash talk, but there's a line that you can cross that, you know, it doesn't turn into shit talking. It turns into being a racist. It turns into being an asshole. And one of these examples is, you know, when you get race involved and when you get family members involved, that's crossing the line, and that's not being a competitive player. That's being an asshole and being a scumbag. Thank you, developers, for making the mute button, because we can mute the people that are shit talking and being an asshole. But the thing is, a lot of people, when they get shit on, they don't take it. They'll give it right back, and that's where the fight occurs. So that's where, you know, I think respect is key within a game. And that's why Call of Duty, you know, is turning it not into a teamwork game, but a selfish game, because people don't want to work with teammates that are shit-talking and blaming each other. I mean, it doesn't work that way. No one's going to really play the game the way they want to if people are shit-talking each other on the same team. So Call of Duty has really turned into a one-man army. Not relating it to the perk. Not relating it, but I'm just saying it's turned into a one-man army. I mean, that's half the reason why I play free-for-all a lot. And I know I love domination. It's a great objective game. I know, and I love playing with my friends in objective game modes because we always communicate, like I said before, and we're always having fun with it. But if you play with other people and you lose a flag and one kid on your team, you know, is blaming everyone else for the fault, that's when I get pissed off. That's where I know that kid is an awful teammate, and that's why I know he's just selfish. Now, another subject I'd like to get into with the community is selfishness and not focusing on winning. Now, yeah, I know you want to get montage clips for a sweet montage, but to be honest with you, to get montage clips or to get, you know, good montage clips, they come naturally. Go into a game, record every game. Use a sniper here and there. If you get lucky, and you're going to get, you know, people always get lucky shots, that's the kind of shot you want to see in a montage. Because if you force clips, people are going to know that you force clips, and, you know, no one wants to see that. When I go into a game, I don't focus on getting montage clips. It may take me a month to record, you know, a full montage just because I want to get clips naturally, and many people don't do that, and I think that to get good ones, you have to do it that way. That also takes away from the fact that you're not a good team player. I mean, people do these 360 no scopes that they don't need to do in order to win the game. I mean, in a 1v1 situation in search and destroy, if a guy is sniping, you know, and you can easily get him and he's not looking, but you decide to just jump off a building and do a 360 no scope, miss, and give away your position, and then you die and then you lose the game, that's where selfishness kicks in. That's where not being a good team player kicks in, and that's where, you know, people start to get pissed off, then start to disrespect each other. And, you know, at this moment in time, Call of Duty right now, the people that play it, the majority of the people that play it are assholes. Great game. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. But if you're not in a party, then you're going to get shit on. For some odd reason, people just blame each other for their faults and la. You know, I think hopefully in the future, Modern Warfare 3, I mean, that's coming out in November 2011. If that's a good game, I hope no one bitches about it. You know, just enjoy the game for what it has to offer. Don't just go into the game complaining about it. I mean, oh, it just pisses me off. So that's been on my mind for a long time now, and I want to get that off my chest because hopefully people get the message and stop shit talking and just enjoy the game. Just think of the reason why you got the game in the first place, just to have fun, not just to, you know, get montage clips, but to actually play the game and have fun, win with your teammates, with your friends, and enjoy Call of Duty for Call of Duty, because that's where it was in Call of Duty 2. I mean, I played Call of Duty. That was my first Call of Duty, first multiplayer game, and I enjoyed the game thoroughly, and yeah, so hopefully it goes back to that stage in time. But alright guys, the game is about to wrap up here. We do win. I have a killer game. I don't know if it was lucky. I don't know if it was, you know, playing against shitty teammates, but anyways, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I enjoyed having this discussion with you. If you liked, please subscribe. It helps a lot. Like the video if you can. It helps a lot. And I'll be catching you guys next time. Alright guys, peace!